welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk just a little bit about what this channel is about, what I'm aiming to do with it, what the general overall theme of it is. To start out, just like a lot of other people out there, I started looking at how I could reduce my carbon footprint, how I could, bring less plastic into my home, how I could, reduce and recycle and reuse more. But I was a little bit disappointed by some of the limitations that I kept running up against. Things like, a lot of things that my local council won't accept for recycling. The fact that we don't have a local composting program in place. So I've been trying to learn composting at home on my own, but to mixed results. And I was looking online, and especially looking on YouTube at what other people out there were doing, and I was really inspired by a lot of the great ideas and ingenuity and things that are out there. But I also felt like they're the same kind of 5 things being said again and again and again, buy a bamboo toothbrush and use reusable makeup wipes, and just the same kind of few things. I'm like, okay, these are good ideas, but this doesn't actually help me bring a lot less plastic into my home. It doesn't really, it doesn't do enough as far as I feel. So I've been trying to do a lot of research about what else I can be doing. And particularly, I think I found that there is an opportunity to change more about the products that we use and how they're packaged, and the things that we can't really avoid in daily life, or that we don't want to avoid in daily life. But has anyone ever noticed, like, you can't buy just a normal cucumber anymore? Cucumbers are all coming wrapped in shrink wrap, and it's like, why? Don't cucumbers already have their own skin? Isn't that perfectly sufficient? Has it not been sufficient for cucumbers for like millennia? And I feel this way about a lot of things. I was noticing kind of every night as I was making dinner that, I try to buy local and buy fresh and do all these things, but still, just with the foods that I eat from my local Tesco, that I'm constantly just throwing away and throwing away and throwing away every single night, and that most of kind of my household waste is in the food that I eat. So I'll talk a little bit in later videos about stuff that I've been trying to do to change some of that. But I also, in terms of the overall purpose of this channel, I really want to explore what can I do, what can you do, what can we as a community do to encourage these companies to stop shrink wrapping cucumbers and doing all these other things. How can we encourage companies to start using plant-based biodegradable plastics? Because there's a lot of stuff out there now that is actually pretty great, and I think a lot of people just don't know about it yet. So I want to talk to people in businesses. I want to talk to people in local governments and find out what can we as citizens, what are the right things and the wrong things for us to do to try to work together as communities to change overall patterns and overall behaviors and things like that. And in the meantime, another reason why I call this the Resourceful Woman, why my kind of brand is Resourceful Woman, is I always grew up making things and creating things, and my father is really amazing at like woodworking and working on cars and building stuff with his hands. My mother is this amazing baker and amateur home sewer and all these things, and so it's very natural to me to want to kind of make things and reuse things, to upcycle old clothing, to take something old and turn it into something new. And I've been really interested thinking about basically our grandparents, great-grandparents' generations, everything that they knew from living through the Depression and the wars and everything that they knew about, how to make do and mend, we've kind of, like, do we even have those skills anymore? I'm not sure that a lot of us do. And so I've been kind of trying to research a little bit and learn about what people used to do, how to do a victory garden, and, how to turn old clothing into something new. And right now, I don't know if you can see, I'm in the middle of a project, reupholstering my dining room. I bought all of these old chairs off of eBay, and I was pretty unhappy with, just the quality of the fabric. Everything was just a bit dingy and dirty and old. So I decided to tear these apart and try to recover them in some fresh fabric. This is something that I've never done before, and I will devote other videos to the actual project itself. And that's kind of what I'm here to share, is even if something's a little bit scary, even if it's a bit intimidating, you've never done it before, like, let's try it out, let's explore it. Let's kind of see how we can, build new skills and take things and make something that we can be proud of out of them. So that's really what I'm about with being the resourceful woman, is that kind of upcycling, doing your own repairs, growing your own food kind of thing. And then as well, I've been exploring kind of going vegan and going plant-based in my diet. When I was single not that long ago, I actually was successfully vegan for a while. But then I got together with my partner, and then his daughter moved in with us, and they are definitely not into going vegan, and I cook all of the meals in our home, so I've gone back to using animal products, but I'm kind of in a bit of a sneaky way, I've been introducing more vegetarian and vegan meals into our kind of weekly rotation. And one of the newer aspects of that is I started getting those vegetable boxes, deliveries from local farmers collectives and things like that. And that kind of forces me to use vegetables that are very much local, very much in season, things that I normally wouldn't buy. So, like, for instance, last week I cooked a turnip for the first time. I didn't like it very much, but that is something that I'm trying to get better at and trying to do more of. So that's pretty much what all of this channel is about. It's how can we, be more mindful about our carbon footprints? How can we be inspired by the things that other people do, and use that inspiration in our own lives? How can we, make do and mend and recapture some of the skills from our grandparents' generations about, just not throwing away everything the first time. And how can we kind of create a community together that can kind of put pressure on businesses and local governments to do more and to be more mindful about the products that are sold to us and the products that are made available to us. Because I realize not everybody can get a vegetable box delivery. A lot of people rely on these local shops with, lots of packaging, and, people are on a budget, people have limited time. So as I go along, I want to try to be mindful of other people's limitations and try to take all of that into account as I go on this journey. And I want to invite you on this journey. I want to invite you to please subscribe, join the community, leave comments, tell me about things that you have done, what has worked, what hasn't. And then I have a lot of ideas for things that I'm going to film and things that I'm going to explore and try. And I fully expect that not everything is going to be a massive success. I fully expect that, I'm going to try some things and it's going to be like, oh, great, you know, I can make this change in my daily life. And other things, I'm going to go, ugh, I really don't want to eat turnips every week, ugh, or, you know, whatever it happens to be. So, yeah, just please come along and join me. Tell me about stuff that you would be interested in seeing and trying. Really, as far as I'm concerned, right now there are no limitations. Well, obviously budget and time, but I am interested in baking, in sewing. I'm gonna do some tutorials on sewing and knitting and crocheting, how to, you know, make things at home, make gifts for other people rather than going out and buying things. I'm going to be doing some things in how to upcycle and reuse the things that you already have, how to do your own home repairs on furniture, how to build bits of furniture out of reclaimed wood. So I've got one project on the go I've been really struggling to get to. I bought a load of reclaimed lumber from a place. They go to building sites and take all the lumber that's no longer needed from like scaffolding, and then they just resell it. And I've been trying to make this shoe rack for my front entryway out of it, but the weather has been so bad that I can't get outside to work on this. And you know, you don't really want to be like, you know, sanding wood in your living room. It kind of makes everybody else sneeze and not very happy. So, you know, now it's actually, we're getting less rain now than we were a few weeks ago, but it's really cold. So I wish I'd gotten to the shoe rack thing, you know, much earlier. When I do get back to it, I will definitely be filming it and be filming my, you know, I don't know, victories and defeats as far as that goes. And I'll definitely be bringing you in on any other kind of like household projects that I think might be fun and might be useful to other people. And yeah, that's about it. Just tell me what you think and tell me what you would like to see. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and tell me what you would love to see more of. Thanks.